Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, April 22nd. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it, no matter where you live in the world. Watch our streaming programs, ask for prayer, make donations, and follow us on social media. If you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There's no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th, Pride Fete Diversity Pride in August, and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. If you enjoyed the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. From Six Pike to Dad Bods, all bodies are beautiful. We need more gay male body positivity. Gay Buzzer on Facebook posted on April 3rd, quote, "Not all heroes wear six pikes. Some wear dad bods, some wear plus-size pride, and all of them wear it beautifully," end quote. In the worst days of the AIDS crisis, gay men worked out a lot. The reason was twofold. One, they wanted to do what they could do to remain healthy and strong for as long as they possible if they should contract the HIV virus. And secondly, they wanted to appear healthy and attractive for as long as possible. HIV was highly stigmatized and still is to some extent today. And some people don't want to seem obviously ill or frail. AIDS can be medically managed now, but still, some gays feel that their entire worth lies in being pretty. And they seem to believe that only washboard abs and big biceps can be pretty. The bear community seems to appreciate a bit of girth, and older couples often appreciate growing older and flabbier together.
Word.
But mostly for gay men, it's still a youth and fitness culture. Even when men accept their own bellies, they often still want a partner who looks younger and remains athletic. Maybe gay men can finally learn what lesbians and straight women seem to have figured out a long time ago. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Aging isn't a disease, and seen through the eyes of love, real beauty doesn't fade because it isn't dependent upon youth or slim waistlines. Skinny or fat, muscle bound or flabby, tall or short, long locks or skinny scalps, shiny scalps. Let's learn to love ourselves. Gay men, let gay pride include our bodies at every stage of life. Be fit because it's fun or because you think it's good for you. But don't do it to make you feel valuable. Your value doesn't depend upon the scale. Well, there you have it, y'all. That is a story that leaves no one out. Regardless of size, regardless of height, whatever, hair, no hair, it's all there for everybody. And I think that when we think about how we look, about what we bring to ourselves, it really is about loving ourselves for who we are and what we are. And I just always appreciate, the Louise Hay. I love myself the way I am. And a bit of that loving ourselves the way is to appreciate ourselves the way we are. Now, there's nothing wrong with working out. There's nothing wrong with staying fit. There's nothing wrong with wanting to stay things that keep healthy. But a little bit goes a long way for me. And I think once I hit 50, I just didn't give a crap anymore. Sorry. 3 miles run every day, 10 miles walking every day. It's kind of my hobbies, my best things now. I'm working out. Is that martini salad? I'm just telling you.
Wow.
There's a lot of health in there.
Our first encounter, other than just hi and how are you or whatever, I had just come from the gym. He had just come from a long run, and somebody pounced. it was me. And so, and there's, if we were to announce today, it would be in different circumstances because all that ain't going on anymore. All that gym and running and whatnot. But actually, I do exercise quite a bit. And I have always, let's see, I think the most I've ever weighed was 234, 236, something like that. But every stage along the way, when I was like 201, oh my God, I'm over 200. I'm so miserable. I'm so fat, blah, blah, blah. Then 208, oh my God, I wish I was 201 again. I looked so good back then. And I was so miserable. And then maybe I get down to 203, what? I'm so proud of myself. And then, maybe I'm 212, 215. Oh my God, I'm a horse. I'm a moose. I'm a hippopotamus. If only I could be 207 again or whatever. And that's what let me know that this is some sort of problem. This is some sort of pathology. This is some sort of neurosis. That when that's what it is, I'm disgusted. But when it's what it was, it's my goal. Like, oh wow, it was so beautiful back then. And so even now, got up to like in the 230s. I'm now 212, 211, something like that, on my way down. When I look in the mirror, I'm still like, ugh. Once I get down to 204 maybe. But when I was in 230, this was my dream. If I could only just get down, around 220 or whatever, I'll be so happy. And I'm closer to 210 now, and not so. This is to me that I've got to learn to see current me the way I look at almost all past me's. Now there are a couple of past me's that, oh yeah, that bitch need to lose some weight. But most past me's were okay, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. And in fact, when I was 30 or 40, I would date this, and yet being this makes me feel not great sometimes. So it's a gay thing, and I think I figured out why. Because those of us who didn't grow up with affirmation, those of us who didn't grow up being able to say who we were, have friends like us, be validated for who we were, we did that in young adulthood. We went out on our own, and our first validation was somebody thought we were hot. Mm-hmm. So now that's what we associate with it. And hot for us then was being a sophomore in college, or being still in your late 20s in grad school, or even being in your early 30s, in the professional world. That hot, when we felt hot, we were young. And so now we miss that, when in fact, but when you're looking at them, there are some really amazing silver daddies. I may be one, but I might not know it until I'm in a wheelchair. Oh yeah, I was a hot silver daddy back when I thought I was gross and disgusting. So this is a gay thing, and I think the root is early rejection and shame in our lives. And one of the ways that we combated that was either we tried to be very successful in our work, or we tried to be very pretty in our appearance, or we tried to, prove that we were highly desirable because we were having sex, daily. And I just think a lot of that was because we were so hurt and wounded and isolated, and that we're just always trying to get, it's almost like a high. Like, remember how good we felt when we got high? Let's get high again. Except this time it's with, I still have the muscle mass of my 20s, and I do not. What do you think about gay men?
When Bishop Robert was reading the story, some of it I thought he was reading my biography. My husband and I met when we were in our 30s. I'll be 70 in September. He's 71. Wow. And, well, we've been together for 37 years.
Yeah.
So now, I always think about the Joan Rivers.
We own 25 of that.
Yeah. I always think about the Joan Rivers joke that she tells about when people first meet. It's hot, it's passionate, everything has to happen all at one time. And then as they go on, I'm chasing you around the bed, I'm going to catch you, I'm going to throw you down. And by the end of it, it's, can I chase you around the bed next week? And that's where, we recently flew and visited family. So now we're getting off the airplane back in Fort Lauderdale, and every other word is ooch, ouch, from just sitting in an airplane seat for a couple of hours. And he was at home, and he's like, where's the ibuprofen? And that's where we are. Where's the foot massage? And it's wonderful. We've got no complaints whatsoever. We never worried about six packs because we ain't never gonna have. We never did have, we never will have. But we had each other, and we were comfortable in our skin. Mm-hmm. We are comfortable in our relationship. That's I think what this was saying more than anything, find your comfort zone. Find the person with whom you are most comfortable. They're out there. They're out there. Go get them.
And speaking for everyone on the planet, how is it that women seem to be healthier about this than men are?
I truly don't know. Honestly, I just came back from a lesbian cruise. And I was out at the pool one day during that time. And I noticed there were 2,600 women on that ship. And there were a lot of women out at the pool. And body didn't matter. It didn't matter. They were comfortable in their skin as far as I could tell.
And that's sexy. When people just are comfortable with who they are, that's sexy.
Exactly. And people were enjoying themselves and having a good time. It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. I don't know how that is. There was something that Bishop Robert read that sometimes straight women, and I'm not so sure that I agree that straight women are always comfortable in their bodies, because there's a lot of body shaming.
That's true.
There's an awful lot of body shaming, particularly within straight women, and how men project onto straight women. I think lesbian women maybe have just let that go. We don't care. We don't care what your opinion is. You don't like the way we look. I'm a 62-year-old dyke. I don't care if you like how I look or not.
Right. Robert and I are from the South, and in the South we have certain eating habits and certain kinds of food we like. And so you might marry, some supermodel right out of high school, but by 40 she's a different sized person.
Those genes catch up.
And that's just common.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so now I don't know what it's like if you're suddenly divorced then and have to be back on the circuit. Maybe that's different. But large women is part and parcel of being Southern, especially in
They just
life
make good
and
cooks.
Yeah. In fact, my grandmother was always thin, and she was embarrassed by it.
Oh my God.
That she just had a surprise. She ate everything, but she just felt like she felt frail, and she wanted to be more full figured, like all her sisters. And but anyway, you do like in the magazines, you always have to have a certain kind of body, be in the bikini or whatever. But in real life, I saw all kinds of women in all kinds of bathing suits, and they were out in the public pools or whatever.
Yeah.
And straight guys too. I mean, probably straight guys have a healthier. I mean, I've known straight guys that they are rocking the same haircut they were rocking in the 80s, and they just know they are the finest thing walking. So maybe straight people just in general, I don't know.
Who knows?
But gay men,
We will never know.
gay men got issues.
Not at this table.
Gay men got issues, and we're working on them.
All right.
That's
Wow.
the day with the broken Queer God Squad.
Speak for them.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199 and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
Again, I invite you to share this episode on your social media, and I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram. You can also like our Bishop pages on Facebook. My page is Bishop Darrell Watkins, that's 2 R's and 2 L's, Bishop Darrell Watkins D. Min, that's short for Doctor of Ministry, and Robert's page is Bishop Robert Griffin D. Min. We're both on TikTok as well.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and discuss what our LGBT community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that. We all are in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.